Greetings everyone, Zannrath here, and welcome back to more Hearthstone. Let's go ahead and continue taking on those heroic encounters in the Hidden Laboratory. And we're going to go ahead and face off against Atramedes, and his hero power looks like it's the same, but it's free now, instead of, I think it was 1 mana in normal mode. So that's not too bad actually, unless it starts with attack power, or it gains more than 1 attack power per card I play. Oh, that would suck. Alright, well, anyways, we're going to take him on with the Polo Druid deck, because you know, he's blind, he locates us with sound, so Marco Polo. Not the Explorer, but the game, right? I think you're playing in pools or something like that. Anyways. Oh yeah, I like how this, I get to retain this name, and also because it just like extends out into the board. It's pretty funny. Wild Growth, not bad. I think I'll hold on to that. Let's try to get some other 2s and stuff, some minions. Deathlord, okay, I suppose. So I guess I'll Wild Growth into Deathlord into something. I might just Harrison too. Actually, do I want to Harrison on a 6 though? I might want to Harrison on a 6 mana. Or 6 thing, durability. Okay, there's that. Cool. Alright, so Deathlord's gonna do some work, I think. Hopefully he doesn't pull anything huge out of his deck. I don't think he has anything super big. So, there you go. That is 2. And he can just start smacking in that. Hopefully I can draw an Ooze soon. That'd be pretty nice. What do you have for 4?
You cannot hide.
Okay. Well, that certainly is something. Okay. Oh, he doesn't have anything huge. Well now. I think I have to do this, otherwise I'm dead, like, on the spot. What am I to do here? I mean, I can deal with that next turn, fortunately. So, yeah. Isn't that, like, the biggest thing in his deck? I think that's the big... Okay. It's fine, I suppose. I think that is the biggest thing in his deck. Ooh, do I want to drop a Hogger? Like, I sack this. No, because he can just kill the Hogger for free. Because this will take out the 2/2s. Well, now, I could Wrath and sack this, drop the Sen'jin, but then his spiders can trade. How can I do this? Do I swipe this? No, but then this thing pops up. Deathlord doesn't do anything. I think I might have to Wrath that and Sen'jin up. And you can just take it out with this and that. Then I can Wrath next turn. If I hit this, swipe, no, doesn't hit this, swipe, hero power that. Hit this, swipe, hero power that. That gives him 1. This space, I'm taking another 8 damage. I might have to end up doing that just to try to clear his board out. So I'm taking 12 this turn. I do have a heal bot in hand, so might be worth it. I'll go for that play, I think. Ooh, maybe I should have Wrath. No, but then he can clear this. Actually, no, he only has the 1. Okay, never mind. Maybe I should have Wrath, because he couldn't clear this with that. Ooh. So that's going face. So I'm Wrathing that, and I'm Wrathing that, I suppose. I guess that's what I'll do. So that goes to... Okay, or I could Annoy-o-tron. Annoy-o-tron. And that basically makes him do that. And I just kind of hide behind taunts, potentially. Or I can Belcher. I can Belcher. Doesn't do anything. If I Belcher, he has to hit here, and then you attack the slime with that. Next turn would be 8 mana. I can drop 2 taunts, which will keep this guy occupied as I smack face. Or I can trade after, because he's probably going to hit this with the Belcher. or hit the Belcher with this. I can trade that and develop some stuff on the board. So I might actually do the Belcher and hit face. Hopefully I can draw into an Ooze soon. Second swipe actually wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't have to lose the presence. Oh, that actually is bad. Well now. So swipe would be pretty good. Not so. I can't drop the Hogger. Wait, if I drop the Hogger and I drop this, that's 2 things he has to hit. That's 3 things he has to hit. And I guess I could double Sen'jin next turn, or like Wrath this, because he's probably gonna hit. So I might do that actually. Let's do that. As long as he doesn't have like a silence or something. It's probably gonna go here, here, and that, or something like that. And then I can Wrath this. It's gonna drop another egg. Okay, that's fine-ish, I suppose. Just gonna draw some more. Okay. Refilling his hand. That's fine. I can deal with this now. Definitely can. So we're wrathing this. That's getting pretty big. Go ahead and take this out. And you know what? I think I'll go ahead and just heal up. Because he's going to have to smack that into my my summon taunt. So that's pretty good. I do have some more taunts to hide behind. As long as I can continue to clear his board. Alright, the Azure Drake kind of complicates things, but I do have some more taunts I can play. Oh, he's going to drop everything, huh? Swipe would be really nice here, I think. Okay, not quite. So I can take this out. Drop this. This does not kill it on its own. This would kill it. So we'll drop. If I drop this, he would just hit it with that. And then he would take out the 2/2 with this, I guess. I might as well just drop. I might drop the Death Lord. He would hit that, hit this, hit that. And I might throw another taunt. Let's do that. I think that's okay. He's gonna... Oh, he's gonna one-shot this now, actually. Never mind. That might have been a mistake. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's whatever, though. So that's free. That is good. That's... Oh, man. Don't kill the Hogger. Okay, that's fine. He's gonna sack that. Gonna hit this now. And there's that. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Swipe still would be really good here. Swipe would be really good here. Please, swipe. Uh-oh, we're gonna swap. That's fine. Swipe still would be really good. Okay, just kidding. What can we do now? I can hero power this. You can't play anything on the board, actually. So we're going to make him use his last charge. So we could just play a bunch of taunts, right? If I hit this, hit that, clear this with my hero power, it leaves him with these 3 on board and that. I'm summoning thing with Hogger. This will take care of that. So do I want a Sen'jin and Robocub? Or do I want to Druid of the Claw? If I play Druid of the Claw in taunt form, he can trade here like that, or he's probably actually gonna hit this and kill the thing with the Robocub instead. I'll kill that with the Robocub. Let's go ahead and do this. Start clearing some stuff. Like we have to. These 2 will take out my Hogger taunt. Sen'jin would leave this with 1. I can hero power that next turn, I suppose. And, you know, I think I'll go with these smaller ones. I'll go with the attack mode. So this can clear these, and he might play it smart and do this. Okay, he's gonna do that. That's not stellar, but I'm okay with that, I suppose. Okay. So that's fine. That's fine. Another Drake. Okay. Or a volcanic, whatever. Could hit here, swipe, leaves this up, and I can taunt. That would not really help too much. If I hit this and swipe, I get the taunt. He can't clear that taunt with the single, whatever jig it's called. The one attack power. So if I hit this, swipe that, this is at 5. How would I deal with it next turn? I guess I could charge or taunt this and hit it. So let's go ahead and do this. I think I'm only going to hero power because I don't want to give him one more attack in order to hit my Hogger taunt, and then he can just hit the Hogger. So I hope he doesn't have any more of those, like, you know, +3 attack, whatever thing, and deal X amount of damage. That's fine. He has another one, jeez. Okay. No! Okay, okay. So play these two. I taunt this and taunt that. He's going to have 3, so he can clear pretty easily. If I drop this, 5 attack, he has 2. He has to hit both of these into it. So I think I'll do this. Wow, I have 2 Oozes in the bottom third of my deck. That is really unfortunate for me. I guess I did have the Harrison up front, but still. Okay. So I'm probably just gonna face tank. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. I'll hit this. I will taunt up, and this clears it, but I'll ooze him. Okay. I think that's fine. So he's gonna do that, of course. Wow, he has a Thurzan? That's funny, because he has no cards in hand, though, so... Sorry, bro. Well, I guess I'll counter with my own Thurzan. Although these cards aren't really that important to make them cost less, but it gets some power on the board. If I play this, he can hit here. I think I might just play this and hit face. Because unless he has something to clear it, I'm okay. Like, he has to hit this. He can't clear it with this thing. And there's that. He's gonna Alchemist. That's... Oh, I thought he was gonna swap this guy. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'll hit here. I'll hero power. And theoretically, I can just wait, like, until I get my ooze and then start playing stuff. Because I'm not in a... I don't think I'm in a dangerous spot. Oh, look at that. Okay, so... I mean, if that's the case, I might just drop everything. Because I don't think he has anything he can do. Right, so we'll do this. Play this in attack mode. Just drop the ooze. I think we got it. Yeah, just beef up the weapon so we can have a more satisfying destruction. There's that. Yep. Good for you, good for you. Let's see. Might as well drop the Belcher because we can. Sacrifice as much into it as we can. And... Oops. No, that's fine. I didn't get the attack with my... whatever. It's K. Alright. Well, that, I think, went really, really poorly. But still, somehow, we were able to win.
Dragon, you should be ashamed.
I should be, but I'm not. I'm not. Alright, let's go ahead and check out that Polo deck. Alright, here it is. Wow, that went... I think Onyxia is the biggest card he has in his deck, right? I guess at least we didn't get the whelp issue, but I think at that time... No, he would have gotten like 4 or 5 whelps, right? I guess that would have been pretty devastating if he played that, but... Actually, no, because that was like on turn 3 or something, right? He got Onyxia. So, wow, that was absolutely crazy. I cannot believe that my Deathlord on like actual turn 3, because it was on a Wild Growth, that's why I had 4 mana, right? Turn 3, he was able to clear it into Onyxia, and he had Onyxia for like... How many turns did he have Onyxia for? Like 5 turns or something? Like, something pretty crazy. I guess I was also pretty lucky that I had the Harrison to follow up that play. Otherwise, it was pretty much dead in the water. I mean, that shouldn't have happened. I don't know how many times you could play this and Deathlord on 3 and how many times he's going to get Onyxia, but like I said, I was pretty lucky getting the Harrison or having the Harrison ready for turn 5 after he, buffed up his weapon and then got Onyxia. But still, he got Onyxia on turn 3, so RNG goes both ways, I suppose. Anyways, enough about that crazy game. Oh, and one last thing. 2 Oozes on the bottom, in the bottom 10 cards of my deck. Or 11. I can't remember if the Ooze was the 11th card I drew, but or the 11th to last. Anyways, definitely could go much better, but we still won. So, now, basically, what this deck is obviously Oozes and Harrison, because you need to get rid of those weapons. Wild Growth, just to help you kind of get some of this, curve out a little bit, well not curve out, but like, get into the late game, faster, just because a lot of what this deck is basically kind of trying to, you make him use his charges by hitting into taunted creatures. That way, well, because, one, he has the weapon, so you have to kind of use it against him, right? So if you're playing taunt creatures and he wants to attack with his weapon, 1, those are charges, it's making him use charges. 2, it's not going to your face, and 3, he's taking damage because he's hitting taunted minions, right? So that's kind of what this deck is based around, more or less. A lot of taunts, good amount of removal, and obviously the weapon destruction. That's like the thing you have to have, right? So that's more or less what I'm going for, and so having the extra mana to kind of play more of those taunts is pretty important. That's what Wild Growth is, for at least. Anyways, Wrath, obviously removal, right? A Swamp Ooze, destroying the weapon. Taunt, Annoy-o-tron for the taunt. It actually takes 2, right? And actually, I think you saw it, right? I think I had Annoy-o-tron tank like a Draconid Crusher and like a 10 attack weapon or something like that, something crazy like that. So, that's really helpful, especially for something so cheap, right? Cub, again, just for the taunt. Deathlord, getting Deathlords early on, outside of giving him Onyxia, is pretty useful because a lot of his early game creatures are pretty weak, right? Like I think he has a Fairy Dragon, I think he has Haunted Creepers. What else does he have? He has a Twilight Whelps, and then I guess at 4 he has like the Blackwing Technician, but a lot of his 1, 2, 3 drops are pretty weak and can more or less be killed by Deathlord on its own. So getting a Deathlord out early helps in the sense that, well, 1, if he's going to attack, early on, he's going to have low attack power on that weapon. So he's basically tanking 2 damage and using up charges. His minions are getting sacrificed into it and all that stuff. And hopefully you don't get Onyxia like I did. But other than that, I think it's more or less fine. His biggest creature, I think, is Onyxia, followed by like the Draconid Crushers and then like Azure Drakes. So really not that big. Like just those 3 cards, Onyxia and Draconid Crushers, are your biggest threats. 4 attack or 4/4 on the Azure Drake, not a huge deal per se. MC Tech, just because I think there were a couple times where he got pretty big board, but like I said, again, most of his creatures are pretty small. It's mostly the weapon that you have to kind of play around. So, even just passing a lot and just using your hero power, not too bad. And this also kind of allows him to build up a board where you can mind control tech. Did I even draw mind control tech? I don't think I did, so you didn't even see that in action. Swipe, obviously, for removal. Again, like I said, a lot of his minions are pretty small. So the only thing that kind of you have to play around is that, what is that thing? The O2 egg for 1 mana that summons a 2/1 when it takes damage. That's the only thing you have to kind of play around. But even then, if you have 1 minion on board, you can kind of play around that by hitting into it and swiping everything, right? Shield Masters, just taunt again, obviously. Into heal bots, chose this over like Healing Touch or something like that, just because I wanted stuff that I can play on the board to start contesting, but also healing. So that's basically what that's for. Health. Druid of the Claw again for taunts, and if you really need to, I guess you could charge like clear something out or something like that, but mostly for the taunts. Harrison, obviously, really good. I think I got like it was like a 5/4 weapon or something. So I drew drew a pretty good amount of cards. Belchers, again, 2 taunts in 1, essentially, so it's pretty nice. Tharzan, playing a kind of a rampy druid, always pretty nice to have. I didn't draw until like the very end, and even then I think it only discounted like 4 mana total, right? Like 2 cards. Hogger, I think the only reason I won that was probably because of Hogger. Given the start that we had, maybe if Death Ward didn't pull Onyxia, maybe Hogger wouldn't have been that necessary. But you saw the strategy, right? Like protecting the Hogger or saving Hogger until you can protect him through the weapons and all the stuff on the board, which can be pretty tough. But once you get into that late game, when you have like 8, 9, 10 mana to play with, and you have like a lot of small taunts in your hand, or at least mid-range taunts in your hand, you can really protect Hogger pretty well because he's going to summon a 2/2, which again is really annoying because if let's say you're able to clear his board or control his board enough, and he has to tank like a like a 10 attack weapon into a 2/2. I mean, that's just like great for you, right? That's 10 damage that's not going to your face, and that's 2/2 that's being summoned every turn. So Hogger, I think, was really important for this deck to work. At least given the situation that we had because of Onyxia. I don't know how things would have worked out if he didn't pull Onyxia, but I think it would have been a little easier on me. And Hogger Hogger at that point probably would have just like let me run away with the game rather than kind of keep me in it as much as it did. Ancient of War, I only have 1. I probably would put 2 in here if I had 2, just because like I said, most of his minions are pretty small. Other than Onyxia and the 2 Draconoid Crushers, I think he caps out at 4. So this can probably go 2 for 1, if not 3 for 1, depending on what he has on the board. And it'll also tank maybe a charge or 2 of his weapons. So, pretty good. Kel'Thuzad, I don't think I pulled Kel'Thuzad either, but obviously if you can get Kel'Thuzad behind some taunts, I think it's pretty much GG. And then Volcanic Lumberer, I considered putting 2 in, but ultimately I wanted to cut it because I wanted some earlier stuff. And I mean, this could also be really good. Like I said, he has a lot of stuff on his board, so if you can like pair up like a swipe on like an Azure Drake, Spectral Spiders, and like small stuff, this could probably go out pretty soon, like pretty easily for a really low cost. So again, basically a lot of taunts, a lot of weapon destruction, and that's basically it. Control the board as much as you can. Think about how things are going to be trading into your taunts, and try to optimize it so that he gets like awkward trades, or he has to take multiple creatures into one taunt, or like multiple charges of his weapon, and basically just play around his weapon. Let him get it big once you are able to play a lot of taunts and make him use those charges, and save the oozes for either before it gets too big, or like if it was like you saw in my case, I had them at the very end, so just use them for like tempo control or stuff like that. So basically that's it. Just play around his weapon a little bit, play smart, don't be afraid to just kind of pass and just hero power early on in the game, and shouldn't be too bad. And yeah, that's Heroic Atramedes. Next is the last boss, which is Heroic Nefarian. So until then, thank you for watching. Bye.